Have you ever thought about spiritual change? A lot of us see it as something, well, private, right? Something that just happens inside of us. But what if that's only half the story? What if that inner change was always meant to spill out and have a real, tangible impact on the world around us? Today, we're going to dig into this powerful idea from a devotional text, that what's happening on the inside is designed to produce a visible, positive force for change out there. Let's get into it. And really, everything we're about to explore is grounded in this one powerful idea. The part that really jumps out is that they may see your good works. See? This isn't about some hidden, private feeling. It's about something that shines, something people can actually observe, that leads to a very specific outcome. This single verse really sets the stage for a pretty radical way of thinking about our impact. Okay, so what exactly are these good works it's talking about? Well, the text we're looking at gives them a very specific name. It calls them fruits. So let's break down what that really means. And there it is, right in Philippians, the fruits of righteousness. Now, this isn't just some poetic phrase. It's a huge concept. It suggests that righteousness isn't just a status you hold, but it's something that produces a harvest, something you are literally filled with. So, what does that mean in simple terms? The definition is crystal clear. These fruits are the visible expressions of a new life. In other words, they're the outward evidence, the proof, really, that an inward change has actually happened. It's the effect that makes the cause visible to the world. And this isn't just some abstract idea. The text gives us concrete examples, tangible acts of love, a life of purity, a standard of excellence, and the presence of peace and truth. These are the things people can actually see and experience. But how do these things even come about? Okay, so we know what these fruits are, but the next question is probably the most important one. How are they produced? This is where the text makes a really crucial distinction. So here's the core argument, and it's kind of a game changer. Producing these fruits isn't supposed to be a constant struggle, that white-knuckled effort to do the right thing. Instead, it's meant to be a natural expression, something that flows almost effortlessly from who you've become. This is the analogy that just makes the whole idea click. Think about an orange tree. It doesn't strain to produce oranges, it just does, because that's its nature. The text applies this exact same logic to a person of faith. The good works are simply the natural, expected outcome of a new nature. So the crucial takeaway here is that the focus is on the nature of the tree, not its effort. The fruit isn't a goal to be achieved. It's simply the byproduct of its identity. And that completely shifts the perspective from trying to being. So we have this inner reality and its natural outward expression. But let's connect this back to the very beginning. What's the ultimate purpose? Why is it so important that this light shines? And here's the why. This righteousness was never meant to be a purely personal possession. Its purpose is fundamentally outward-facing. It's designed to be demonstrated through you for the benefit of the world. This brings us to the real-world application. What does this demonstration of righteousness actually look like? What is it supposed to accomplish out there? And this is the intended impact. We're moving beyond personal attributes like purity and love to world-changing forces, things like justice, integrity, peace, healing, and salvation. The idea is that your life becomes a channel, bringing these powerful, positive forces into the world. This progression really summarizes the entire idea. It starts with your identity as a living testimony. From that identity, your life naturally radiates goodness and excellence. And the final result? A tangible impact on the world around you. It's a simple yet incredibly powerful flow. Ultimately, the takeaway is this. You are filled with these fruits of righteousness for a dual purpose. First, to reveal a divine nature to the world. And second, just like we saw in the very first slide, to bring glory to God. It's a purpose that is both personal and public. And that leaves us with a final, personal question. If this is true, the focus shifts entirely from striving and effort to simply allowing what's already inside to flow out. The question is no longer if you can have an impact, but what kind of impact will you choose to have? How will you let this natural expression of who you are change the world you live in?